If you believe that men and women have equal rights, if someone asks you you're feminist, you have to say yes, because that is how words work.
Feminism is not about burning bras. It's not about hating on men. It's about equality between the sexes. And while many famous females have embraced the term feminist, some guys have been a little slow to express their support, but not these 10 guys. Some of our favorite celebrity dudes are all about treating the women in their lives as equals, whether it's in work or love or everything in between. So today we're bringing you 10 of our favorite male celebs who are not afraid to use the F word right here on Listed. Up first is Chris Hemsworth. He recently spoke out about feminism while promoting his upcoming film, The Huntsman Winter's War. In an interview with Radio Times, when asked if he considers himself a feminist, Chris replied, quote, "My mom's a big feminist. I think that my views on things as far as respect for women and so on came from my mom. My dad has a very balanced and respectful view on a lot of things too. They were huge positive influences in my life." Okay, so like hottest feminist ever. Guilty as charged. Next up on our list is comedian Aziz Ansari, whose statements about feminism and equality are as powerful as they are hilarious.
You're a feminist if you go to a Jay-Z and Beyonce concert and you're not like, I feel like Beyonce should get 23% less money than Jay-Z.
Wow, using Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship as an example of feminism puts everything in perspective. Also, it's funny because it's true, which is why Aziz's use of comedy to explain the true meaning of feminism is like pure genius, folks. Up next, it's the guy who stole all of our hearts in Guardians of the Galaxy and Anna Faris's other equal half, Chris Pratt. When Chris was honored with the Guy of the Year award from Spike TV's Guys' Choice Awards, he took the moment to thank the women in his life and talk about equality among the sexes.
Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to take a moment to advocate for the equality socially, economically, and politically of our beautiful women. Here, some in uniform, some in other uniforms. Ladies, holding it down. I love you. My life is run by you. My mother, my wife, my manager, and everyone else, including Zoe.
A guy who's all about equality and appreciation for the women in his life? Can we clone him, please? Another male celeb who's a proud feminist and who's also advocated for women's health is the Hulk himself, Mark Ruffalo.
People who aren't feminists, I didn't know there were any left in the world.
I didn't either.
I thought we pretty much came to the 50-50, like that was cool conclusion.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not everyone has caught up with the whole feminism is cool idea, but hopefully with more badass guys like Mark explaining why it is, hopefully we'll get on the same page sometime soon. Next up is an actor who we've all known and loved since he was a kid, Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe. Dan has supported his friend Emma Watson in her He for She campaign since she became the UN Women's Goodwill Ambassador. And she is a very proud feminist herself, so's he. He's even talked about why the term friend zone is such a terrible phrase.
Okay, friend zoning is like a terrible thing. The idea of the friend zone is a terrible male idea. Have you ever heard a girl say they're in the friend zone? Yeah, I mean, I definitely think the idea of a friend zone is just men going, this woman won't have sex with me.
Yup, nailed it. Another British feminist on our list who's openly supported the He for She campaign is our favorite One Directioner, Harry Styles. During an interview, Harry was asked if he and his bandmate have a system in place if they like the same girl, to which he replied, quote, "We feel like that objectifies women, and that's not really what we're about." Well, that's really good to hear, because if the world's biggest boy band was all about objectifying women, then we would be in some serious trouble. Luckily, the One Direction guys embody class with everything that they do. Up next on our list is All of Me singer John Legend, who is one fantastic feminist dad. John Legend believes that all men should be feminists. Speaking at a press conference for Chime for Change, a charity that seeks to improve the lives of women worldwide, John Legend said, quote, "All men should be feminists. If men care about women's rights, the world will be a better place." Up next, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is an actor. He's a writer, he's a director, and he opened up about being a feminist on the Ellen DeGeneres show while promoting the film that he wrote, starred in, and directed, Don John.
And you call yourself a feminist?
I do call myself a feminist, absolutely, sure.
Yeah, good for you.
It's just like, it's worth paying attention to
the roles that are sort of dictated to us, and to realize that we don't have to fit into those roles.
JGL gave props to his mother for raising him and his brother to be aware of the way women are portrayed in the media while they were growing up, and he credits her for instilling those feminist values in him so early on. Next up on our list is a man who embodies everything it means to be a feminist and a gentleman. It's the charming, the talented Benedict Cumberbatch. Not only has Benedict been photographed rocking a "This is what a feminist looks like" t-shirt, love him, he's also stood up for fellow actress Keira Knightley. When Keira was told by a reporter that she looked, quote, worn out, whatever that means, Benedict fired back, "That's not a very nice thing to say to one of the most beautiful women in the world," proving that you can be a feminist and a gentleman and a hero all in one person. And last but not least on our list, Vampire Diaries star Ian Somerhalder is one of the nicest and most humble actors on the block. And he has also opened up about how important it is for equality to exist, not just within Hollywood, but everywhere in the world. In one Google chat video, he explained his personal feelings about feminism and how the word is so misunderstood.
We have such a different understanding of feminism. And I think rather than siding with one side, it's about finding it's about getting away from the inequality component.
Now, if all the guys on this list could get through to all the other guys on the planet about why it is important for all of us to be feminists, we'd have a much more equal society with all kinds of thoughtful, sexy gentlemen, and that's definitely a planet that we can get behind. So which of these celebrity males are inspiring the feminist in you the most, huh? Let me know in the comments section, or you can tweet me at Miriam Issa, drop me a line on Instagram at Miriam_Issa, and after that, you can click here to check out part 1 of celebs who have slammed their body shamers. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I'm your girl Miriam Issa, and I'll see you guys next time. And you can click to the left for more clever videos like all the times Zendaya was wise beyond her years, so that's to the left, or you can click to the right for the biggest OMG reactions to Kim's nude selfie.